Friends, if I have the date correct today, today is Saturday, July 8th, 2017. And if you've been following the show for a while, you know that today is a pretty special day. But if you haven't been following the show for a while, well, let me tell you, today is our 8th birthday. It was back in 2009 in El Segundo, California, not in Hollywood as you see behind me there, that we started our little journey of traveling on the world, driving cars, geeking out about the tech of cars, some airplanes here and there, even a blimp. So I figured we'd celebrate this 8th birthday. I can't believe it's been 8 years already, by doing something a bit different. Instead of looking at one car, instead of going on one trip, I'm going to take you on a bit of a travelogue, something very different for us. So in reality, I'm shooting this on June 5th of 2017, so today's a Monday. Anyway, we're about to depart here for Munich's Franz Josef Strauss Airport, which this year is 25 years old. And a little fun fact for you here, when I first did my internship at BMW in university, that was the year that Franz Josef Strauss Airport opened. But I did want to say this before I take off. Thank you. There is no way that I could have done this over the past 8 years without you guys joining me on this incredible journey, and there's only more to come. So with that, join me on this travelogue for our 8th birthday through 3 countries of Europe. So I have a whole ritual, not just see what you fly with me, in dealing with both short distance and long distance flights. On long distance flights, I slip into something more comfortable. In this case, it's some PJs provided by our friends at Lufthansa. And then I want to share a couple things about this specific aircraft. So it's an A340-600, so this is the long airframe of the A340 family. So number one, Lufthansa is one of the few things that they do different with their 340s. In the forward cabin, first class, they put more sound deadening equipment, so it's unusually quiet in the front of the aircraft. And then number two, you can see it here, they put a window in the bathroom. This I love. Now, I don't think Boeing does this. I don't know why they don't. I do, if memory serves me correctly, Qantas in their 747s, they do the window bathroom. But this is, when you're sitting on a long distance flight, you want to get away from your seatmate. Here you got the window and a little bench too. And then last but not least, again, forward cabin, Lufthansa specifically, they put Alcantara on the wall. So it's kind of like the headliner on those Rolls Royces and Aston Martins we drive. It's incredibly cool. Okay, I'm going to get to some work, and I'll see you guys probably when I get to Munich, and you'll see more of my flying ritual. So let's take a bit of a break here and talk about a couple of tips and tricks to get over jet lag that I've learned in over 2 million miles of flying. Now, I'm certain your mother, your uncle, or that crazy friend of yours that you met on some faraway trip that you never speak to anymore told you to do things like, well, you should eat on the time you're going to for 3 days leading up to the trip, or you should stay up on the arrival day as late as you can. All sage advice, but there are 2 lesser known things that have worked incredibly well for me. If there is a shower on offer anywhere in your journey, even multiple times, highly suggest you take it. Not only will you not smell like ass, but you will adjust to the local time much quicker. And then, number 2, which is the strategic placement of your luggage immediately upon arrival into your hotel room. Think about it, you just traveled how many time zones to get to your fantastic destination, so first, you need to unpack. And then second, and this is far more important, you need to get your ass out of your hotel room. Even though you want to sleep, you need to put your workout clothes, in my case, running clothes on, and get out to your fantastic destination. In this specific case, we have just arrived in beautiful Barcelona. So why would you want to sit on your bed and sleep and piss the day away when you could run along the sea? Okay, so just getting started for today, and I'm confused because we're at an airport. That usually doesn't happen on the start of drive days. And I don't think we're driving taxis, so let's take a look around here without getting driven over as we walk around an airport here. And it looks like there are some cars here. And hopefully those are Volvos. Yep, they're Volvos. I wonder what color we're going to drive today. Usually there's a whole thing about the color when we shoot these cars because we got to match the color to what was already shot or colors we shot in like the arrival day. Volvo's very good about it because they don't change the colors. Basically any color you want today as long as it's deep blue. So if you want to see this episode, I'll put a link up there, and because this is already shot and it's, well, by the time you see this, it's already shot, so you can go check it out. Anyway, from Barcelona Airport, time to shoot a Volvo.
This desert is my bed, endless miles ahead, till I get to the next oasis.
About halfway through the shoot day with the XC60 in Spain, currently 60 or so miles north of Barcelona, and I find myself lost in a Catalan vineyard, which is a great place to point something out about my job. Now, you guys know I do this because I'm passionate about cars. You probably know, if you follow me on Instagram, that I'm passionate about travel, which is another reason I do this, and also the people I get to meet, like the engineers, the designers, all those guys. But it's situations like this that describes the following statement. My job, what I do, every day is a very long shoot day. Like, for example, this will be about a 12-hour shoot day. But then every day, simultaneously, is also a vacation day.
Cool and sweet, and the fruit fills the trees, till all disappears into waves of heat. I wanna fall in love.
Friends, we just got done shooting the XC60 here in Barcelona, Spain, but could not have done it without this man here. Hey. Pablo, Victor, Jordy, and Arkan. Gentlemen, okay, let's try this because this is all new gear. Ready? Watch this trick. 1, 2, 3, and then it turns around. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is.
So,
Quite cool.
did we get in trouble today for shooting?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, almost.
How did we get in trouble today?
We're cleaning.
We threw the cleaners out.
Cleaners, yeah.
Yeah, but the shot looks cool, doesn't it?
It looks cool.
Yeah. And check this out. So I'm using like a crappy Osmo. What do you got there?
Using a bit bigger camera.
That's not just a bigger camera, that is a Sony FS7. That thing, that's worth almost as much as the car we were shooting today, okay? So it's been a very productive shoot here in Barcelona, Spain, thanks to these gentlemen here. By the time you see this, you already saw those episodes, but if you didn't, make sure you check out that episode. Okay, we're done. Now it's up to England tomorrow. Bob and I are not wine guys, not white wine guys. We're red wine guys.
Yes.
But I have to say, let's check this
There
out.
it is, right there.
Bring this. I'm going to try this on camera. Let's try it.
Okay, there you go.
Cars all over the place. I just put it on a transport. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Not only is it good, Bob, but the interesting thing about it, as I spilled it all over my hand, is
That's why we bought it.
you don't really pair this with beef, but I don't really care at this point because I rarely have a nice white.
It works.
Like, and I did. We both had the same problem. Just as a backup, we got the red just in case. Ci vediamo, prost, chin chin. So this is one of my dearest friends on the planet, Manu.
Long timer.
Very long time.
Long timer. 17, 18?
Has it been 17? It's
Has been
been over
18.
17 years, 18 years. This is a friend from when I lived in England.
The greatest city in Europe.
And this man, although he doesn't look it, he is Superman. You hear the way he speaks?
That back in the days was an asset.
And then try a little Italian on him.
Should I?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'll give it a shot later on. I just make a special call for you. With
Oh,
a
you know
client.
what? You know what they don't know?
What did I know?
La storico marchio torinese rientra sul mercato Stella Istrici con la macchina che ha invaso le strade di Roma, Milano, Parigi, Londra.
That all came from this
That was
man
the
here.
mind behind the script.
He wrote the script
I
for
did.
that episode.
My fault.
Yes, your fault.
My fault.
So I am editing the Volvo episodes right now, but we're going to go out to lunch.
Done.
So what are we doing? Wagamama?
Asian?
Welcome to Nan's MotoMan. What the hell have you been?
Beautiful chicken.
Beautiful chicken, yeah.
And livers as well, you see.
Well, no, not liver. That's not so beautiful.
So, MotoMan, what do you got here?
You tell me what we got here.
We got what usual. We got lemon and herbs, fries, coleslaw, the piri piri sauce.
And what the hell is this?
This is poisoning.
This was this is against my religion.
I just did that on purpose to piss you off.
Now be honest, how often do you go here when I'm not in town?
Early. When you are in town, all the time.
Okay, that was at least
we're gonna
honest.
show people what is your second best addiction.
Are we going to that place this weekend?
We're gonna go this weekend.
So we're out hunting cool cars in London, but I would argue this qualifies as cool. And let me show you why. You guys know that I'm a huge design nerd, and there is an old saying that I learned from a good friend in the design world. Do you remember Felix Holst? He used to run design for Hot Wheels, and he had a great saying: good design it doesn't cost a lot of money, it doesn't cost extra. Let me show you a couple of examples why. Come here. This is a bus, people. This is a bus. It's basically a box on wheels. And the designer said, we can make a box, be done with it, because the City of London, they're going to buy whatever the hell these guys are going to build. Well, take a look at this. They put some shape to it. There's some curvature up front. And then they picked up, it's not a retro design, but they picked up an old design of the original bus way back in like the 40s and 50s, where it kind of curves down. I guess you would call this a D-pillar. It curves down, but then check this out. This is one of my favorite details. They run the backlight, instead of like two backlights, one up and one down, they run it diagonally across the back, and I would argue you still have two pieces of glass, still the same cost. All they did was reorient it and put it in a way that makes it so distinguishable. Then the last detail, look at the lights. Look at the way they differentiate the lights. Like an old school, this is like coming from a Bristol, people. Bristol's almost a $300,000 car, and here it is on a public bus. Then the last detail's up front. Come on over here. Check this out. And once again, it's all a function of detail or design doesn't cost anything extra. Take a look at the lights. You and I pay a stupid amount of money to keep people like Porsche, Maserati, Ferrari to have these amazing light signatures. You pay £4.90 to ride this thing across town, and you get the same light signatures that you would have in, what is it, $150,000 Porsche 911 Targa.